Welcome to another hip hop breakdown. Let's check out what we're gonna learn today. All right, here we go.
5, 6, 7.
8. All right. So first of all, I want to thank Rob, a good friend of mine, also a student in the class. Also as well, Jordan behind the camera, giving us a great camera work, so you could hear her doing the counts as well. Anyways, let's get right into it. The first thing we did is called the pas de bourree. Pas de bourree is a French term. You can look it up to see what it means. First thing we have to focus on is the footwork. All right, we're hooking the foot. Here we go. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8. So what we did was 1 and 2 on the 3, 4. We did kind of like a fake out instead of hooking again, going to the other side. Let's take a look at the pas de bourree. 1 and 2 on the 3, 4. On the 3, there's two different versions. Okay, Rob is doing the first version. I'm gonna use my cursor here. You can see that he's tapping and hooking right behind his right. Okay, that's the 3. And my 3, I pick it up, so I hook it right behind my knee. Okay, so it's off the ground. 3 and then 4, stepping back on 4. 5 and 6, we transition to the other side. 5 and 6. Okay, and then notice, can't really tell if my legs are straight or not, but the idea is they're both straight. Okay, you can see when I say straight, I mean my knees are not bent. You can tell my knees are not bent on the front leg. The back leg should also be straight as well. Okay, being that this is a loose pants, can't really tell, but the idea is it's supposed to be straight. Okay, it looks like it might be bent slightly. On the 7, again, this is the second version where I pick up my feet, so you have to do a little bit of balancing. Otherwise, you could do the first one where you kind of just tap. Okay, that's 7 and then 8. Now we want to focus on the hip. Okay, so it's not just about the footwork. It's also about everything else. Let's take a look at the hip. The hip is actually going front and back, front and back. Let's take a look. 1. On the 1, it's going front. Can't tell that much, but it's going front, right? See right there? See my hip is going front. You can see how I'm kind of leaning back on the with my chest, my arm pulling back. So that brings my hip forward. That's the 1 and 2. This is very obviously my hip is going back on the 2, chest is going front. 3, very obviously, Rob is also doing a great job. Hips going front. 4. Again, 5 and 6, hips going front, 5 and 6, 7, 8, okay? So at this point, you should be focusing on not just the footwork, but also your hip work as well. Both of them has to work together with the music. Third step, we're focusing on the arms. Let's take a look at the arms. Arm is pulling back on the 1, punching forward on the 2. Let's take a look. Here we go. 1, right? Arms pulling back. Kind of caught Rob off guard a little bit right there. Look at his face. What? Okay, so the arms should be back on the 1. 2. There you go. 2, punching forward on the 2. He was ready for that one. 3, 4. Excellent. Perfect timing right there. 5 and 6. Excellent. Very, very good. And then 7, 8. So it doesn't matter that he didn't pull his arm all the way back. You can see that his hip is going forward, his chest is going back. That's fine with me. 7, 8. All right? So that's our first 8 count. Moving forward to the next one. Now the next one, just the footwork itself, pretty easy. We're stepping and the other leg is stepping back. Take a look. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So anyways, on the 1, we step. Our legs are stepping together on the 1. Take a look. Step together on the 1. Now, because I'm traveling, I'm not stepping together. I'm stepping forward because I'm traveling, okay? And then on the 2, I'm stepping back. On the 3, again, I'm going to step forward because I'm traveling and I'm also turning at the same time. 3, and step back on the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On the 8, my legs are together. Okay, so going back one more time. So footwork itself, this part is easy. Almost everybody got this. Now, we're gonna do the hip. Now the hip work is gonna be a little bit faster than previously. Okay, previously we're going front, back. We're going 1, 2, then 3, 4. Now we're going 1, 2, 3, 4. The hip is bumping. So imagine the drum right in front of your hip. You're going 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a look. Focus on the hip right now. 1, 1, and 2. Okay. So the hip should be going forward. The movement of the hip is not as big, but I'm focusing on that. That's why you can see my upper body going back. One more time. Watch. So I want you to watch this portion. The hip and the chest. Hip and the chest. Here we go. Slow-mo. We have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You can really tell by my head and my shoulders how it's going back. Because my hip is going forward, that looks like my head is going back. Okay? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 5 and 6. Notice I'm counting the end. The end is when I pick my leg up, and that's also when my chest is going forward, that's when my hip is going back. 7 and 8. Okay, I'm gonna play that one more time in tempo. Okay, good. I think Rob did a very, very good job as well, okay, on that part. So, moving forward, this is where we're doing the 2-step. I broke the 2-step into 2 versions. One of the slow version, one's the quick. There's a quick version in there. So let's do a slow one first, okay? We go slow, then slow. Step, touch. So here's some terminology you might hear. Some people call it step touch, okay? Some people call it 2-step. Either way, we're doing this move right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to break this down. Okay, again, the footwork itself is pretty simple. It's called 2-step because it takes you 2 steps from this location to get to this location. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I want you to focus on not just the footwork. Sometimes what happens is, this is a perfect example. Take a look at the way I do it versus the way Rob does it. For this exercise, do it the way I do it. Okay. And what Rob did is not wrong. It's a different version. For now, I want you to do it my way. Okay, here we go. So now I'm gonna explain the second part of the 2-step, which is the upper body. Make sure your upper body, we're gonna do what's called a sway. Okay? Sway, what does that mean? Upper body, try to remain in the middle between my 2 feet. Let's take a look at right when I step out on the 1. Okay, right when I step out on the 1. If I draw a straight line up where my 2 feet are. Straight up, straight up. My head should be in between, right? Perfect. Rob is in there as well. That's the 1. And right on the 2, as I step, notice I'm still leaning towards the middle. You see how this angle right here, there's a little slanted angle. Rob has a very slight slant. Okay, that's fine. As long as you're in the middle. Right when I step on the 3, watch the 3. You see? My leg is leading, but my body kind of stay back in this line. Look at Rob. Rob's kind of, he's already leaning towards the foot, okay? So I want you to kind of trail the upper body. Does that make sense? Trail the upper body. Let's go rewind one more time. So here you go. Watch the 1. Right on the 1. You see how my body is trailing? Footsteps, body doesn't go yet. Rob, footstep, body's already going, right? Don't worry about the arms. We're going to talk about the arms later. 1, right on the 2. We're both fine on the 2. Everybody gets there on the 2. Watch the 3. Watch the 3. Boom, there's my 3. Look at where my weight is. My weight is still on the backside. His weight is already moving forward, okay? So again, that's a different version. We're not trying to do that version right now. A different move calls for that version. Right now, this is not it, okay? So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now this is the quick one. 5 and 6 and. This is the quick. Watch the 5 and. 5 and 6 and. So when I'm doing the quick version, I'm trying to keep my upper body stationary in the middle. Okay, so my leg is moving. My legs are moving here. I don't want my body moving quickly with my legs because it's actually, reality is just too fast. It's too fast to control it. Some people might be able to do it. This move is not supposed to look hard. It's supposed to look pretty easy. Your legs are supposed to just naturally move fast, but keeping your upper body in the middle. Let's try it again. Watch this. 5 and 6 and then slow. 7, 8. Okay. Let's watch the tempo one time. I know doing it slow is kind of crazy. Slow, then slow, quick, slow. Do you guys see the quick, slow? Watch my head. Watch the head position. The head position should be moving side to side. The head position should be relatively stable. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? As opposed to, look at Rob's position. Okay? Again, I'm not trying to pick on Rob, but it's great that Rob is here to show the difference between the two moves. You see how his head is just swaying back and forth real quick, okay? So again, not wrong, just a different move. So then after this, now we're going to the left leg first, okay? This is the exact same move, but starting with the opposite side. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, now this is the quick part. 5 and 6 and 7, 8. Good. Last part we need to talk about is the hand. When do you snap? So I snap on the 2, 4, not the 6, and then the 8. 2, 4, then 8. Let's take a look. Snapping on the 2, 4, and the 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right there. That's my snap. Snap on the 2, the 4, and the 8. Okay? Put it all together. I'm going to play it. Tempo. Footwork. Sway work. Snap work. Alright. So that's my breakdown. Hopefully you guys are able to catch all the little things. For the students that are in the class, I know there's a lot of things that you should be catching when you're watching a slow-mo, especially me breaking it down right here, and also with Rob helping out. So thank you, Rob. Thank you, Jordan. Everybody else, if you're just watching this online, feel free to comment with questions. So hopefully you guys liked it. If you did, share it with the people. Hit the subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.